Alright guys, so this is a love tarot reading for all signs. We are going to start off with just a general spread to see what's going on with everybody. Just going to use the love tarot. And then from there, we're going to go through each of the signs. We're going to start off with Aries, of course, and work our way to Pisces. Sorry guys, but I'll make this as quick as possible. Wasn't really feeling too good, but I did promise Spirit that I would do this because Spirit gave me half hour to be able to swim today. So, yeah. So let's go. I got my opium incense stick burning. I got my white sage with cinnamon and my dragon's blood sage burning as well. So let's go. Let's see what we have for the general populace, and then we'll go ahead and everybody. All right. Have forest spirit for the general population in the realm of. Ooh, you guys are acting up. I don't know why. All right. Let's see what's going on for the general population. All right. So some of you guys might be feeling like you're frustrated in the relationships, lacking confidence, maybe self-sabotaging yourself, and letting fear and ego issues and jealousy take over. All right, let's see what else. This is just some of you for love. Now, if this isn't you, then don't try to make it fit. Make sure that you only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Okay? Kisses. So people are wanting unconditional love. Some of you are giving unconditionally in the realm of affection. A lot of you are wanting to fall in love. However, many of you are dealing with an empath narcissist paradigm. So some of you are being charmed or used, and some of you are the ones charming and used. Now, some of you guys need to enable boundaries, and others of you are just enabling their behavior. So, either way, a lot of you guys are struggling with the necessary need to understand how to open your heart. Now, some of you are going to be meeting the one. Just even for those of you who do not want a relationship, you guys should be open to welcoming love. And even if this other love doesn't seem to be your divine counterpart, it's okay. There's a lot of things that we don't like. However, Source brings everything in as necessary. The main thing is to go in without expectation, okay? The Phoenix. So for some of you guys are rekindling a relationship. For others of you, you guys are kindling a new relationship. And so when it comes to the Phoenix, it's about regrowth, or it's about transformation, renewal, and growth. Now, for some of you, you might change your minds and you might go back. On the exception that they show you that they are ready for whatever it is that's being brought back. Now, many of you have gone through a separation. And just the fact that the separation card is at the bottom, it just lets me know that a lot of you have people that are missing you, thinking about you, yearning for you, and of course, they're unsure of the future. Some of you might be unsure of the future too. That's a possibility as well. So let's see what else Spirit has for the general populace. Ooh, okay. So many of you were dealing with a runner in the relationship while you were ready to go ahead and, stick it out to the end. A lot of them were having fear of intimacy, and a lot of them were dealing with the ego and listening to it. Many of you have been heartbroken, wishing for unconditional love, unconditional giving and receiving, but all you got was separation, deeply hurt. There was some type of breakup that you felt, and feeling lost and grieving and mourning. However, I feel like a lot of you have gotten past that to the degree where you are actually fine with who you are right now, which is what I'm guessing the kisses is about. Like, you're ready to give that unconditional love, but only to those who are willing to give it back to you. Now, I don't blame you, honestly. So, oh, and by the way, guys, I do have the camera pointed at me. Well, the screen pointed at me. So if you guys have any comments, go ahead and put them right there in the comment box. So many of you are not looking to converse. Many of you are not looking to meet with anybody, especially since the idea is that you guys aren't open to meeting new love. You guys aren't open to meeting the one. And some of you are getting together, yes. But many of you are just choosing to be alone, choosing to be single, choosing to do your own thing. Okay? So we're getting a pretty good paradigm of what everybody is dealing with right now. A lot of you guys, I would say maybe all of you guys, are looking for some type of stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility, and trying to move forward with that. Now, if you can reach this phase of renewal, transformation, and growth, and also changing your mind about a lot of these different things that you've experienced within your previous relationships, then you'll actually have love. But it takes that unconditional love, right? It takes this energy right here of the kisses in order to generate this love, right? So the main thing that I can tell you in terms of love is love yourself. The idea generally is that we have the ability to love ourselves, but first we have to forgive ourselves for whatever mistakes we feel we made in the past. Now, self-love, oneness, that oneness is connected to the divine. And when you connect to the divine and you understand how to forgive yourself and forgive those who have wronged you, what ends up happening is you have the ability to open yourself up to new love without the fear of having your heart broken. And at the same time, you understand the narcissist empath paradigm to the degree where you have the ability to side skirt the types of people that this type of energy is connected to. So in my own experience here, since I had my breakup on the 30th with my ex-fiance, I've met different people, and those different people, they just show that empath narcissist paradigm where really they're just looking for something for themselves. A lot of them are heartbroken, but at the same time, they're not really willing to converse. Like, they want you to step up to the plate, but they don't want to put in the work themselves. And so many of you are expecting a love call of some kind. With this though, I don't really think you'd be interested in it because the heart with the key card was in the reverse. So welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, perfect. It's things are transforming from, let's say, the caterpillar to, I mean, no, not the caterpillar, the cocoon to the butterfly phase. Okay, that means that a lot of you have to do the inner work. Then, only then, will you have the ability to attract your soulmate by making the proper choices. Okay, so this was a good general message. I feel like it was. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on into Aries. So, if there's any Aries out there, give a shout out for your sign. And let's see, are there any comments? Hi, Brandy Candy. How are you doing? All right, so guys, we're going to start off with Aries now. We got a pretty good idea of the general reading. where people are frustrated in love, a lot of them not really welcoming the one, needing to open your heart. So let's see what Aries gets. I am going to be drawing from the Love Tarot, and I'm also going to be drawing from the Fairies Oracle deck. Okay? Doing okay, huh? All right, well, hopefully this reading will give you some information. Ooh, System of a Down's playing right now. I like that. Hear the words, we lose ourselves, but we find it all. Okay, so maybe this is something about losing yourself and finding it all, Aries. Oh, Pisces. All right, well, you know what? I'll do Pisces next, okay? Okay, coffee cup. So Aries is looking to meet up, savoring the moment, looking for friendships, and wanting to feel uplifted. Maybe after losing yourself, right? So something happened in Aries' mission that Phoenix energy really is popping out here in the sense that transformation is being called for. And lots of water, huh? Okay. Let's see what's going on with Aries' past energies. Okay. So we have wedding rings. So there was a union of some kind. There was a soul connection of some kind. And it was one of those connections where they could meet up and converse and feel uplifted in some kind of way. But some kind of ending occurred. And because of that, there was a necessary need for change, growth, and liberation. Just kind of remind me of the energies of this, what was it, April, if I'm not mistaken, when we had the solar eclipse. There was a lot that happened there, not just for Aries, but also for Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. Let's see what else comes out. Kisses, all right, so Aries, you're dealing with that kisses energy right there. Taurus, wishing my ex-Scorpio would reach out. Okay, well, we'll get to Taurus here in a minute. So Aries, you're ready to give and receive unconditionally, which is interesting because I feel that because of that, you have grown, you have changed. You've reached some type of spiritual and emotional liberation. And I would say get ready for meeting the one because you got a love call that you should be expecting here within this next week. And it's because the energies are being mirrored. Now, this card specifically says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. I feel intuitively that Aries has done the introspection, and Aries is ready, waiting and ready for whatever comes their way. You got that wedding rings right there in the middle, so looking for union, some type of everlasting promise or soul connection. And I was mentioning in the with the rock number 52, the live keeps stopping. Interesting. It might be my internet. Are you guys still with me here? Okay. So let's see what else. All right, so Singer of Connection in the reverse comes out to the number 9 instead of 6. It's a very interesting look there because when you deal with the energies of 9, it deals with the energies of the connection to the source. Now, I feel like you're connecting to source more than you're connecting to people themselves. Haha. Thank you, Chukalisa. Ooh, look at that. So, Aries, I'm only going to draw that top card. You have the feline. So, yes, you did get over something. And for that Aries energy, wherever that Aries energy is in your chart, you have gotten over something and you're nearing the end of whatever it was that you were dealing with. Flap the footer. Although you feel ungrounded in some type of way, and I feel like that ungrounding is spiritually, I feel like you're ready to give that love. You're ready to give and receive unconditionally when it comes to affection and falling in love, I think you're ready. I think you're ready because you have the energy to do so. You have 7 here, you have 9 there, you have 11 here, and you have 13, which equals out to a 4. So there's a lot of grounding energy here that could be achieved. And at the same time, I feel like there's just a little bit more work that you got to do, Aries. Yeah, see? You got the green woman right there. And the green woman is all about... Oh, thank you, Randy Candy. So wherever you have this Aries energy, you feel like you're protected, you feel like you're sheltered. This almost reminds me of the way that I felt when I was homeless for 6 days. And in those 6 days, I learned how to have 100% trust in the universe. And in that, even though I was, sleeping in the park, and I was going to the hospital to like make sure that I clean myself, I felt protected. And so Aries, you understand, or Aries energies understands that there was a death that was going to take place, and there was energies that needed to end in order for a new beginning to take place. Now, definitely does have to do with that unconditional giving and receiving. And I feel that what brought this to an end was the fact that there was no equal give and take for Aries. Aries was putting in way too much energy, and whatever the situation was not giving back. Okay, so that was the past energies. We're going to go ahead and do Aries' current energies. I feel like this should be more of a future person, because it doesn't seem like Aries is with anybody right now unless they're with their ex still, or within the vicinity of their ex. Alright, so does the life keep stopping, or is it smooth now? Alright, so currently Aries is ready to heal the inner child and for growth. Actually, the other cards were mentioning growth in the past energies, so I feel like Aries is getting ready for their divine counterpart, which is actually really good. That's actually what we want. They have to end this last relationship, though, for sure. And I had the idea that there was a necessary need for that. It's over, no second chances for that last relationship. Grow and transform your life, all right? Now, this could also mean that for some of you that are meeting other people, I feel non-committal energies. So, Aries, for your present and future, you should be looking towards paradise. Happiness, expansion, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. If at all you feel that energy, like, let me draw another one. Okay, that's why. So, the reason why the Grim Reaper is here is because the clock is here. So, some of you Aries are still taking time to heal during the current time frame. Some of you are nearing that, but I feel that in some way, shape, or form, Aries is progressing, just because they have the healing the inner child and growth there, as well as time to heal and progress. Aries is your Venus. Okay, good. And so when you think about your Venus, there's a lot of value that's been added to your life, hasn't it, Chukalisa? Yeah, see? Currently, some of you guys are dealing with narcissists. I had the idea because that Grim Reaper was there. So when it comes to the narcissistic energies, especially your Venus, Chukalisa, you'll very well notice how to spot that. You'll notice the love bombing. You'll notice the hoovering. You'll notice the toxicity within a relationship. And it's not too far-fetched to say that because you're healing from that, yeah. Thank you, by the way. You'll notice that anytime a person is running, you can easily break it off just as easily as you found them. Generally, if they're running, that means that they have a fear of intimacy and they're listening to their ego. And usually, who's one to listen to their ego? Them narcissists, right? So, let's see what. Oh, look at that. So, we have friends and we have that in the reverse. I feel like a lot of you have had to ditch friends just simply because of the fact that they no longer vibe with you. Now, I feel that for some of you, you had narcissistic friends that you had to cut it off, and that's possibly why the Grim Reaper is there. You grew, you transformed, they didn't, so that caused a rift. You were healing and they weren't. No matter how much you tried to mend their heart, or tried to help them mend their heart, because really it should be their job to do so, they didn't. Ooh, look at that, I got two cards at the same time. So, many of you have given up on some type of dream, some type of wish, some type of something that perhaps you were chasing. Now, for some of you, it could be the relationship evolving into a nesting phase. There may be a necessary need for courage. Now, with the Singer of Courage is attached the Ibe the Retriever in the reverse. Generally, Ibe the Retriever is about holding on to your dreams and holding on to your wishes. And if we're dealing with the relationship, some of you are feeling like there's a necessary need for courage in order to hold on to your dreams and wishes. But when Ibe the Retriever comes out in the reverse like this, basically what he's saying is stop telling yourself you can't. Maybe some of you guys are telling yourself that you can't heal from a certain situation. Maybe some of you are telling yourself that you can't find the necessary, I guess, outlet for growth. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking, because the 4 and the 1, they create 5, are thinking that these changes and these events that have happened have broken your heart to the point where maybe, possibly, there's an inability to be able to heal it completely. Okay? However, let's see what else comes out. I feel like there's a necessary need for courage because Ecstasis is in the reverse. Now, Ecstasis in the reverse with the Grim Reaper, that's not one of those things that's difficult to decipher. In this, I very much feel that a lot of you guys have gone through a certain amount of heartbreak where you feel like it's impossible to be happy in the future. However, that is just a passing, I would say it's a passing emotion just simply because of the fact that Exorcist did come out. When Exorcist comes out, there's a possibility to turn that energy around. You just have to have a lot of courage to do so. Okay. Yeah, so whatever the influence was that was actually putting everything on its head, it's gone. And I feel it's gone because you guys moved away from that relationship. Some of you Aries moved away from the relationship. Others of you guys are in the process of trying to figure out how to do that. Because when you're dealing with narcissistic energies, it's very hard to separate yourself, especially if you have children. Feline in the reverse. Yeah, I figured as much. There's an ending that wants to take place, but I feel like it's taking its time. Now, anytime anything takes its time, there's a necessity for a lesson to be learned in it. Before you leave the relationship, there's certain lessons that have to be learned, and a lot of those happen through some of the really, really toughest times. So, like, I guess I can give an example of the fact that my ex-fiance had broke up with me on the 30th. It wasn't until June 6th that I left. And throughout that time, I was getting ready for housing and things like that, you know, putting in applications and everything. And she became more and more toxic, and until I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I had to leave. I was homeless for 6 days, and then I got put into this motel. Ooh, no. Living VA double life. Wow. Well, my condolences to you, Chukalisa. That could be one of the main reasons of why it's necessary to grow. Now, it could be that you are healing your inner child now. Have you been doing things that maybe you couldn't do while in your relationship? Because that's usually what could take place. Ooh, tighten the sylph. All right, so when it comes to dealing with these narcissists, you're going to have to use your discernment. You're definitely going to have to use discernment in order to find out who these people are. I get the feeling that because we had the 9 in the other spread and we have the 5 and the 4 right here, which creates the 9 but in reverse, this is something that you're going to have to do on an everyday level. Really, really pay attention to all the things that you learned while you were in that narcissistic relationship, all right? That is going to be the founding energies that you need to encompass in order to understand when to let go of a relationship. Now, in this current energies here, I don't see any cards that talk about anyone coming in soon. And so I think, for instance, I'm gonna have to do a future spread. So Tom the Poet basically is a card that describes the person who's closed off. And in a sense, I feel like this is what the Aries energies is feeling right now. But I feel that in this, the Aries energies are going to figure out certain things about themselves. They're going to figure out a lot of different skills, a lot of different talents that they have. And in that, they're going to find a way to release those talents. Maybe pent-up emotions also are going to be released. And once this happens, this is healing, okay? All right, so now that we got the present and the future, past and the present, we're gonna go into Aries' future, and then we're gonna move on to Pisces. You ready for your reading, Brandy Candy? Well, you ready for the Pisces reading? All right, so when it comes to future energies, yeah, I was getting that. Aries, just focus in on yourself. Focus on your self-worth. Take the time to heal. Don't rush it. With Aries being a fire sign, it wouldn't be surprising if Aries tried to jump into another relationship right away. This is all about self-appreciation, okay? So in your future energies, take the time to heal. Take the time to do the shadow work, if there's any shadow work. But if anything, just focus in on yourself. Focus on healing your inner child. Make healthier choices, okay? Both in love and in life. And part of that healthy choice has to do with focusing in on yourself. Self-love, self-care, that will make you happy. As you see, I'm doing what makes me happy, and this is actually one of them. The other one is making my own tarot cards. This has actually been very, very fun for me, very liberating. So as you can see, I'm making my own tarot cards, and this is a way of working with my inner child, and at the same time, it's making something that would be productive in the future as well. Okay, let's see what else. All right, so somebody is watching you, and I would imagine that they're sitting there watching and seeing your progress and your change. Now, this could be an ex. I kind of get that X energy because of the gaslighting. But for the most part, I feel that some of you are being watched by somebody else. And as long as you make these healthy choices, both in love and in life, to better yourself, to focus on your self-worth, you'll have somebody come in. Now, for some of you guys might not be showing your true feelings just simply because of the fact that gaslighting right there, you're sick of it. You're sick of the gaslighting. You're sick of people hiding their true feelings and their true emotions. And that's why you're choosing to focus in on yourself. Okay? It's not surprising at all. Some of you guys might be hiding. But mostly, I feel like you guys are closed off. So, for the future, I see that you guys will be talking with somebody, or you guys will be conversing with friends. Happily single. That's the energy that I was getting out of this all. Living in the moment and having fun. Because in that, you're going to reach some type of clarity or truth. Okay? And you're going to gain some type of power out of that. So, if any of you Aries were wondering if anybody's going to come in the near future, at least in the next 7 days, probably not. Although that love call did show up, I wouldn't expect if somebody did make some type of proclamation or made some type of communication with you, maybe saying, hey, what's up, who are you, or how are you, etc., etc. Yeah. So that death card that came out in the current energies is all about focusing in on yourself, okay? Focusing in on yourself and making the changes necessary. Leaves of the shadow in the reverse. That means that you guys are pulling yourselves out of the shadows, pulling yourself out of these feelings of feeling like you're in the depths of your emotions. A lot of you guys are just living in the moment now and waiting for the universe to bring you your harvest. Okay, that's number 9, by the way. So focus in on yourself and focus out on any of these other narcissistic influences that are there. Cut them out if necessary. We were talking about that 4 energy, and there it is. The 4 energies are there to help you cut out the unhealthy people out of your life and to bring in the more healthier people that vibrate on your level, okay? And see, you guys aren't giving it that energy anymore. Happily single, living in the moment. It's something that you've thought about already. And because of that, you guys are going to be getting ready to pass through the gates, okay? Along with that, you guys are listening to the song of the universe, paying the Pied Piper, okay? And the Pied Piper is the song of the universe. So, there's that. Thank you for being here, Aries. I hope that brought you some clarity. And for any other Aries energy, I hope that clarity was being shown to you. Do be aware, guys, that you can also draw your own cards if you have some, and that'll actually give you more information as to what you're dealing with. Okay, next, we got Pisces. So here we go, Pisces, here we go. Pisces past energies. What are you dealing with, Pisces? Twin flame energy. All right, so dealing with the twin flame energies, we'll see what type of energies these are, whether it's a karmic twin flame or whether it's a divine counterpart. We'll see. I feel like that's a karmic twin flame, but okay, yeah. I'm getting that energy that you're going to be finding things out. It's going to be necessary for you to be lighthearted because things are going to be coming to light and you're going to have to adapt, to change, and to heal, okay? Just keep a positive mindset no matter what happens because you manifest exactly what you want, okay? So, in that, keeping that attitude of gratitude is going to bring you a positive twin flame or what's known as a divine counterpart. So in the past energies, you guys dealt with some type of energy that backstabbed you and some type of energy that claimed to like you but didn't, okay? Cards don't normally come out in the reverse, but since they came out in the reverse here, it's letting me know that in the past energies, you dealt with something that broke your heart. And the golden mirror down at the bottom lets me know it was a narcissist of some kind. We're going to go ahead and draw some cards from here and find out what those emotions were behind that. Ooh. Okay. So, we got the Epona's Wild Daughter in the reverse. Epona's Wild Daughter usually shows up when you do not listen to Leista, Moon's daughter. Now, the fact that that card is in the reverse, it lets me know that you dealt with a karmic twin flame. Now, Pisces, do understand that the 5 and the 4, they add up to 9. So, you had messages from the divine that were showing you this type of energy. Now, now this is very interesting because both these cards, they came out. One's 45 and the other one's 54. So both of them add up to 9. Now, in terms of these past energies, you were losing hope, which is why the abundance card is right there. It's telling you keep a positive mindset. Now, because of this energy that you were dealing with, you may have felt bored, but now you're starting to feel some type of energy that the wind is shifting, okay? The singer of the chalice, it's all about having and maintaining joy, okay? Even regardless of the fact that you were stabbed in the back, I feel like you are having that joy. And for whatever reason, a lot of you guys are having 9s. That right there is supposed to be a 9, but it's a 6. So in terms of your everyday existence, there is going to be a necessary need to tap into your intuition, okay? Why? Because when dealing with these energies of being backstabbed, the universe shows you different messages before the actual events take place, okay? And in that, you have the ability to find out what's going to happen even before it happens. Okay, now I gotta make sure that all these cards are in the upright. Don't need any coming out in the reverse unless it's necessary for them to come out in the reverse. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's see what Pisces is dealing with in their current energies. Pisces energies. If you have a Pisces 7th house, a Pisces 6th house, Pisces 1st house, or sun, moon, or rising in Pisces. All right, so current energies. Some people might be reminiscing, might be looking at your pictures and the photographs. However, I feel like Pisces is learning from the past. Pisces has made memories, and Pisces is looking at these memories, trying to see things from a different perspective to find out how to learn from the past. Yeah, current energies for Pisces is the Axe. So breakups, separations, stopping the pattern. It's not even focusing. Okay, silent treatment and abandonment. So a lot of you Pisces were dealing with the abandonment issues, and in a sense, you had to cause a breakup in order to stop that pattern. For others of you, you were dealing with somebody who wasn't showing their true feelings, and they were pretending, they were gaslighting you, obviously. And for, who was it, Brandy? Chukalisa. Chukalisa, pay attention to where your Pisces is, okay? You would have noticed that there was, the gaslighting was there, and the separation had to take place on that level. The chaser. So currently, some of you guys might be the chaser in a relationship, maybe having that fear of abandonment because the Axe is right there. So for some of you Pisces, it may have been that you had broken, or somebody had broken up with you, right? Okay. Ooh. Cassette. Outdated thinking. Conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Now, I feel that for Pisces energies, you guys are replaying those events over in your head so that you can learn from them. Because that was the energies from the past. This is the energies from the present. Take the time to heal, okay? Take the time to heal and learn from these mistakes that you feel maybe you made. Now, nothing is a mistake because everything happens in divine timing, in due time, and as it needs to, okay? So yeah, a lot of you are learning from the past, and you guys are getting over your despair that you may have felt. getting ready for a new journey. That's always a positive when you break up and separate and you stop a certain pattern. Discernment is going to be very necessary when dealing with gaslighters and with narcissists or people who just like to not show their true feelings. And as much as you feel like you may want to move on from a certain person, I kind of feel like some of you guys aren't able to, okay? Yeah, see here, the fiery sword in the reverse. It's basically telling me that there is a necessary need to cut certain outdated thinking out of your mind and to get ready for the future, because the fairy who was kissed by the pixies is trying to show you guys the energies of love in certain areas of life. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this live right here because I actually gotta go use the bathroom, but I will be back. Alright guys, stay tuned.